Hi, Brittany Bryden. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. This class is going to be very focused on lateral movement as well as some rotations for the spine. I hope that it leaves you feeling great. That's always my goal. You do not need any props, just your yoga mat. So once you have that, let's get going. We're going to start off on our hands and knees. Hands are going to be shoulder distance apart, knees hip distance apart. Beginning with some cat-cows, you're going to pull your chest through the gate of the shoulders, send your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Press your hands in the ground, flex to the spine, push away from the floor. You'll do that again, send the chest forward, send the tailbone up. And then round, and this time as you keep the round, you're going to send your bum back towards the heels like you're doing a hovering child's pose. Roll it forwards in the table, bring your chest through, send the tailbone up. And round, push away from the floor, send your bum back towards the heels. Oh, I just love this one. Roll forwards in the table. Then walk your hands over to the left. Pull your chest forward, send the tailbone up. And then as you round, you're going to send your hips back towards your right heel. Really press down to your right hand. Oh, that one feels so good on the side body. Then pull it forwards, chest forwards, tailbone up. Round. Keep the round as you send your hips back. Bring your butt towards the right heel. Bring yourself to center. We'll switch sides. So walk your hands over to the right. Ground the hands, chest through, tailbone up. Round, push away from the floor, send your butt over towards the left heel. Bring it forwards, chest forwards, tailbone up. Round, push away from the ground, send your butt back towards the left heel. And bring yourself to center. Hands center on the mat. You're going to tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back for your first downward dog. As you take your hips up and back, pedal at the legs, bend one knee, straighten the other, and shift side to side. Relax around your neck. Keep sending your hips back to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Lift your heels up, you're gonna bend your knees, walk your feet forwards, coming into a ragdoll. So separate the feet nice and wide. Bend your knees a lot, relax around your neck, let the head just hang. You can keep the hands on the ground or you can reach for either elbow. If you have the elbows, you're gonna pull your forearms down towards the floor. If you feel comfortable with it, add a little bit of a sway. Releasing the arms down to the ground. Keep your knees bent as you roll yourself up to stand. Just taking a moment at the top, noticing how it feels through the spine and the body. And then reach both arms up towards the ceiling. As you take your arms up, left hand to your right wrist, pull your right arm up, lean over to the left and take your hips over to the right. Expanding through the right side of the ribcage. Bring yourself to center. Right hand to the left wrist, pull your left arm up, lean to the right and take your hips over to the left. Bring yourself to center, reach both arms up. Hinge from your hips and fold forwards over top of the legs. Fingertips to the shins, you're gonna lift up halfway. Set your hands down, you're gonna bend your knees, take a big step back with the right leg. If you need to pad up your knee, you're gonna fold the right side of your mat over and then set your right knee down to the ground. Left hand to your left thigh, bring your right arm forwards and up. And as you lift your right arm up, make sure you're not pushing your ribs forward. So I want you to come out of it a little bit. Think about tucking your pelvis under, front ribs in and down. Reach your right arm up and then lean over to the left side. Bring your awareness back to the breath. And then take your right elbow down the outside of your left leg. You're gonna press the leg into the arm. Right hand's gonna come into a fist. Your left hand's gonna push down on the fist and the left elbow up towards the ceiling. Then draw your left shoulder back. Envision like you're lifting through the crown of the head. It's coming out to the front. Each exhale, you're getting a little bit more space into the twist. One more breath. Bring your hands down to the inside of your left foot. Turn your right toes to the left side so your hips are rotating to the right. Left arm's gonna press to the inside of the left leg and take your right arm up towards the ceiling. Open up through the chest and reach your arm back a bit. Close it off, you're gonna tap your hands. Right arm reaching up to the ceiling. Close it off, tap. One more, you're gonna take your right arm up. Reach your right hand to the front. Palm of the hand facing down, your bicep is just hovering above the ear. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling, and I want you to envision the line between your right fingertips and the right hip. You're trying to make that space even bigger between the two. Push off your left hand to lift your torso up. Right hand's gonna come to the back of the mat. Reach your left arm up and over. And push off your right hand, lift your chest up, windmill your hands down so your hands are framing your left foot. Square your hips off to the front. Tuck your back toes under and pick up your back knee. Easy twist, right hand's gonna stay where it is. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, wrap your left arm underneath the left thigh, hug it in. Inhale, take your left arm up. Exhale, wrap it under the thigh. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, set your hand down, push off your back foot and step yourself forwards to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Fold down, step back with your left leg. Fold up the mat if you need. Set your knee down to the floor. Your right hand is coming to your right thigh. Left arm is coming forwards and up. So especially if you're really diving into the lunge, I want you to rein it in a bit. Think about tucking your pelvis under, front ribs in and down. Reach your left arm up and then lean over to the right side. Left elbow is going to come down to the outside of the right leg. Left hand is in a fist. Right hand is pushing down on the fist. Right elbow faces the ceiling. Draw the right shoulder back as you rotate the chest to the right. Oh, this feels so good today. Honestly, this one just always feels good to me. Bring your hands down to the inside of your right foot. Left toes are going to turn to face the right side so that your hips can rotate to the left. Right arm's going to press into the leg. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. Let the arm go back a little bit. And then close it off. Tap the hands. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Close it off. Left arm up. Reach your hand to the front, palm of the hand down, bicep just above the ear. Bring awareness to the left side of the body, create more space. Pushing off the right hand, lift yourself up. Left hand's gonna come to the floor to catch you. Right arm's gonna reach up and over the head. And push off the left hand, lift your chest up. Windmill your hands down and frame your right foot square, your hips off to the front. Tuck your back toes under and pick up your back knee. Easy twist, right arm up to the ceiling. Press the back of the left knee up. And then wrap your right arm underneath the right thigh, hug it in. Right arm's reaching up. And then wrap and hug your thigh. Right arm up. Set your right hand down to the floor. Push off your back foot, step forward to the top of the mat. Feet either together or hip distance apart, just depends on which one you prefer. Bend your knees, hinge from the hips, lower your hips down, bring your hands together in prayer for chair. Making sure you're not resting your chest on the thighs, ribcage off the thighs, lower down a little bit more, and a little spice into the legs. I know I do, I feel it here. Take a breath in. On the exhale, twist to the left. Take your right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Draw the shoulder back just like you did in the twist like you did on the floor in the lunge. So instead of letting your hips go up on this, see if you can lower the hips down another inch or two. Bring yourself to center, take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the other side. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Draw the right shoulder back. If you notice that your left knee is slipping forwards, bring it back. Bring your hands to the ground, fold over top of the legs, and then slowly roll yourself up as you come to stand. Take a big step back with either leg, so whichever way you're facing watching this, you're just going to come into a wide-legged stance. Feet are parallel, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Take your right hand to the left wrist, pull your left arm up, lean over to the right. Bring yourself back to center. Switch hands, left hand to the right wrist, pull your right arm up, and then lean over to the left. Bring yourself to center, both arms reach up, and then fold forwards over top the legs. Hands to the ground, or you can reach for the outsides of the feet. If there's another variation of the wide-legged forward fold that you prefer, then come into that. You can have your legs straight, or you can bend your knees. You're gonna be on your fingertips, take a halfway lift. If the floor feels far away and you have a block, then grab a block to give you a little bit more room. Right hand is gonna be on the floor or block in line with your sternum. Reach your left arm out to the side, palm of the hand faces down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, rotate the chest to the left and reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Come back to center. And then rotate your chest to the left, reach your arm up. One more, back to center. And then twist your chest to the left, reach your arm up. You can either stay in this variation or you're gonna wrap your left arm behind the back and your left hand's gonna find the outer right hip. And I actually like this one because if you're dropping the hip down, you can use that as feedback to draw the hip back, lengthening the crown of the hip forwards. Left arm up towards the ceiling. And then set your hand down and fold forwards into the legs. Take a few breaths in whichever variation of this that you prefer. And make your way back onto the fingertips, take the halfway lift. Left hand either on the floor or the block. Right arm reaching out to the side. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Reach your arm up like you're trying to pull your hands in the opposite direction of one another. Bring your chest back to the floor. Readjust the right arm. Rotate the chest to the right. Reach your right arm up. Close it off. One more. Twist to the right. Reach it up. Either stay there or wrap the right arm behind the back. Right hand finding the outer left hip. If your arm's behind the back, reach your right arm up. Set your right hand down. Walk your hands to the front, push off your foot, and step forward to the top of the mat. You're gonna bend your knees, lower all the way down so that you come into a seated position. Hands are gonna be behind you, knees bent, feet wider than hip distance apart. Let your knees just fall side to side. And the next time that your legs fall to the left, you're gonna leave the legs in the shape that they are. We're gonna turn around and face the back of the mat and bring your left forearm down to the floor. Take your right arm up to the ceiling, reach your arm back. Wrap your arm underneath you and reach your hand to the wall behind you. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Wrap it underneath, reach the wall behind you. Right arm up. Bring both forearms down to the floor and fold. So you can stay there or you can stack your hands and rest your forehead on the hands. Bring your awareness into your body and notice how it's feeling, where you're getting sensation. Bring yourself back onto the hands, turn to face the front of the mat, and just begin to rock your knees side to side. Next time you take your legs to the right, leave your legs in the shape that they fall in, turn to face the back of the mat, right forearm is down on the ground. Left arm up towards the ceiling, open up through the chest, wrap it underneath you and reach to the right. Left arm up towards the ceiling, wrap it under. Left arm up, bring both forearms down to the floor and fold. Yourself onto the hands, turn to face the front. Bring yourself down onto your back. Hug both knees in towards your chest, hands below the knees and rock side to side. Straighten your legs, take your legs down on the ground. Right heel to the right corner of your mat. Cross your left leg over top of the right so you're hooking your feet. Your left arm is going to reach back, bend the elbow, lift your head up. Tuck your arm underneath the head, lean over to the right side, and then rest your head down onto the arm. Oh, I love this one. Relax around the jaw. Think about expanding on the left side of the body. Left heel to the left corner. Right leg is crossing over top of the left. Switching arms, tuck the right arm underneath the head, lean over to the left, and then relax down. Bring yourself to center, bring your legs down to the floor as well as your arms. Slide the shoulder blades a little bit underneath the back. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Scanning the body and finding any area where you're holding some tension. You'll use your breath as a way to untangle those knots, to remind your body to relax. Take a nice big breath in. Clear it out. Thank you for moving with me today. Be humble, be kind. Namaste.